Yes.
Round two. So what's it like being an influencer in Australia? Because people would perceive by your social media numbers that you're an influencer.
Yeah, but that's people's perception. I've
What's it like having like the knowledge of that perception?
I mean, to be fair, in Adelaide, not a lot of people. I don't know a lot of people in Adelaide, so it's nice. But even earlier, when the whole influencer thing came up, I I had been online for a long time, so I was like, whatever. If that's what they're calling it, then that's what they're calling it. I think everyone's an influencer. So the numbers are just. It's nice to have support, and people have been following my work for fucking 20 years. It's insane. Like
Yeah.
I have a lot of genuine gratitude for that, but it's nice.
I mean, even for me, like I actively avoided social media for a lot. So,
That's one way of putting it.
so for me, like
No, no,
someone
no.
who's
No. So when we met 6 months ago, and like he said that, influencer, and he's not, and he's just like, oh, don't scroll. I'm never going to be on social media, and like, whatever, Instagram, all that. It's all bullshit and all. 6 months later, look at us. Like I've lost count of the number of videos we've recorded just today.
well, I would have recorded at least half a dozen, I feel.
Yeah, at least same here. And we've done ones in which we're together, like this one, solo ones. Yeah, so it's. How are you looking at it? Because your perspective of influencer seems to have changed.
I mean, for me, it's always just been numbers in some way, like, but it depends on the person's definition. Because for me, I've always been on the outside looking in. Like, I haven't had that experience. Like, the numbers I've had on social media have been just like a regular amount of people that I would interact with.
Okay.
Because for me, like, I regularly interact with a lot of different people throughout every area of life. That social media was just when I was on it, it was just an extension of experiencing that online.
Fair, yeah.
So I didn't have like giant numbers of comments and things like all of that. I didn't have that experience. And there were times where I did go on social media more, but it was never. It was just like, yeah, whatever. Which, I mean, it is still that now in one way, where I'm just doing it because it feels like the right thing to do in this moment, and I'm just going with what feels right. In terms of like, and what I mean by it feels right is, I will just suddenly have something come up, or something that I'm doing, or something that I'm saying, and I'm like, oh, I really feel like this would be useful for a lot of people to share, whatever the thing is. Like this video.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be useful for people to see different people's experiences, like, because I remember I had a guy I met in the car, and he'd never even had a social media account. Like, he'd never been on Facebook, nothing. And like, the only people that knew about what was going on in his life were essentially the people that would see him.
Yeah.
To know.
There are people like that.
But then also, like, there's, what you put out online is, depending on the person, like, it can be very specific. Like, they only share about one specific thing. Or someone who shares, like, more broadly, like you've shared more broadly, like, it was artwork, photography, but also, like,
Everything.
It's about you.
Yeah, because it was my life. That was me. Yeah. No, but when I said that your perception of influencer seems to have changed, because when we met 6 months ago, like, I clearly remember you were like, oh, she's an influencer.
Yeah, that perception, yeah. Because, I mean, at that point, I was perceiving influencers as only the people that I'd seen online, which were mostly, like, people that I saw online that I would identify as being an influencer, where it's like they're putting on this fake persona, and it's all about the numbers, and it's all about money from selling whatever products that people can palm to them to sell, that they can make money from. And like, nothing about what they were doing was authentic.
Sure.
That's what my perception of an influencer was.
Sure.
Because I mean, like, I would watch things online, like on YouTube and stuff, but it was like they may have had big followings, but they weren't an influencer. They were just a regular. Like, there's a cutting edge engineering on YouTube. They've got nearly 1 million followers. If not, they might be over 1 million now. But they weren't doing it in terms of like influencer. Like, you've seen their show.
Yeah.
Where it's just machining. Like, they're recording like what he does at work, and it's like it's authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, you know, they show bloopers at the end where, like,
Of course, but
they
those things also
record
happen.
words.
It's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, they're not like performing per se. They're doing
Yeah.
their jobs. Yeah.
Exactly. So for me, I wouldn't have perceived them as an influencer, whereas I would have perceived someone like pursuing social media actively in that way to be an
Yeah.
influencer.
I kind of get that because when I started posting stuff online, like on my blog or whatever, I was just doing it like we didn't have a word called influencer or even social media. We just had blogs or Yahoo groups or, you know, LinkedIn came up. So it was a professional networking site. Then Twitter came up. Then Instagram came up. And that's when it was like, oh, this is social media. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I started off sharing my photographs. I wasn't looking to, I knew that if more people saw my work, and it was a great way to show out people my work without having to meet them in person. So that is what I was on social media for. And for, honestly, that's still one of the reasons I'm on. I mean, today has been a different experience. But yeah, I want to share my work and I want to continue getting work. And it's photography for me. So yeah, but I know what you are also talking about. And those are their goals. Those influencers, that's what they do. That is also a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine like just recording videos like this every single day, dressing up, putting up makeup,
Oh, yeah.
getting like surgeries to look a certain way, like because they just, that's what they do.
Yeah. That's why I found it so unappealing, because it was so, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one
It's
of the
so
reasons.
different to what I would.
But that's one of the reasons why I also made it pretty clear that I'm an influencer. Because I was like, if there's someone who's just going to look at that and judge, then they're not for me. But, you know, someone who's like curious at least, that's nice. So yeah, it worked. Yeah. So what are you going to do when you become an influencer?
I'm not going to become an influencer because I'm very aware of how much I influence my surroundings.
Yeah.
in
That's
life.
true.
So for me, like, like part of the reason that I did jump on YouTube, I don't know, it was probably a few years ago, was because I was always deeply uncomfortable with public speaking and things like that. So
Acha.
at that point, I just decided, I'm like, well, the only way to get over it is to get through it. So hit record.
Cool.
And then at some point, you know, I was doing live videos on Facebook and also recording, you know, shorts and long form content, mostly for YouTube. And then it reached a point where I was just comfortable, because initially, like, someone that I went live with and we were doing, that was back when I used to do what I would label as like psychic and mediumship readings, which now is like, I laugh at the fact that I used to, you know, that was the experience that I had, because of the experience I have now is so different, which, yeah, it reached a point where it was like, I was so, the purpose I brought that up was she told me, she's like, just be the real you on the camera. And, you know, that was very early on. So then, you know, initially I found myself like performing. And so then I just actively worked to, anytime I had that come up, it was like identify it and then let it go and just like be my authentic self in whatever way. And then, you know, I reached a point where I just really had no interest in social media at all, because I just, my focus was elsewhere.
Yeah.
And then now I've just, there's so many people on social media, but also, you know, through driving rideshare for the last year and a half, I've met so many people from all over the world and had the most incredible experiences. And you know, in the past, I've had really incredible experiences online, but I'm like, why not allocate some time while I feel like it at the moment to be on social media, to then develop, you know, different connections, because who knows, you know, what interactions I have with people,
Yeah.
where they lead
Yeah, that is true.
for, you know, for everything.
That's
So,
one really cool thing about the internet. You never know what's.
yeah, it's like, you know, there's so many interesting people out there that, you know, like, you're aware of how varied my interest is. Like, you know, it's, and especially for me, like, one of the things that I'm most interested in is becoming aware of what I'm currently unaware of. So it's like, you know, everything that I'm unaware of is still stuff to bring my awareness to, and I'm
No,
always.
but you make it sound really simple. Like, I have watched YouTube videos of him, Indian street food, Daily Max. I've watched videos of Wayne, who's a gentleman from Perth who travels all over the world. So there's food, there's travel. Then he's already told you about the engineering. It's the couple, right?
Yeah.
And then I've watched lumberjack videos with him. I've watched videos of a gentleman who makes his own axes. And I'm pretty sure we've also seen
that's Buck and Billy Ray. I have to give him a shout out because his videos are awesome.
And I'm pretty sure we've also watched some sort of automobile thing.
Oh yeah, like 5-rotor rotaries and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
so his interests are varied, and it's not like he'll just be like, "Oh, cool video." Like, he knows shit, which I'm always like, "What? Okay." And the other stuff that I know that he has done is he's done leather work, and not like random leather work. Like, he's made like beautiful products out of leather, and
Like my tobacco pouch.
yeah, like he made that from scratch, like by himself. So stuff like that. He used to make candles, like custom candles. Oh my god, there are too many things. He paints fish, coral. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like a whole fish tank setup and aquariums and like corals that I'd never seen before. And I was like, what is that? It looks fake. And he's like, it's not fake, they're all real. And I was like, what? Or, you know, gardening. He loves chilies. He eats a lot of chilies. So, yeah, and he doesn't just do like surface level shit. Like, he just go into it. And like right now, I feel like that's what's happening with us with TikTok. Like, he's just gone into it.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, it's a cool platform. He's like, I love TikTok.
I really do.
Yeah, so that's how he is.
Yeah, it's just there's so there's so much and so much intensity on TikTok. It's like I don't know if I've said this on a video yet, but I know I've said it to you that it feels like TikTok is the people from the YouTube comment section. Because I love reading the YouTube comment section, and I swear a lot of the people posting on TikTok are the ones in the YouTube comments. So I would love to know, like, if you are someone who watches this on TikTok or is on TikTok, if you also are someone who leaves comments in YouTube, because I would not be at all surprised if they're the same people.
Yeah, that was an interesting observation.
Because it's just it takes like the people who comment on different platforms, like in different ways, especially I'm especially like referring to like comments that are especially interactive on YouTube. Like, it's not just like nice video. Like,
Oh yeah,
like
I know what you
actual
mean.
like conversation comments.
Yeah. So you're going to be an influencer on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram. You're not really keen on Instagram, are you? You're like, okay, we'll post there also.
Yeah. Instagram's never really. I haven't really figured out Instagram. Like, it's.
Yeah, but like TikTok spoke to you like this.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even something that I suggested. He was like, oh my god, TikTok is awesome.
No,
And I was like, what?
I had passengers while I was driving rideshare, especially one Nepali guy, where he said to me, he's like, you should do. Actually, I'm pretty sure he suggested that I do like rideshare videos, like recording the rides.
We've talked about that.
And he's like, put it on TikTok, because apparently, like, I still am brand new to TikTok, But apparently, like, people can send you money or something on TikTok, and he was basically saying, like, just get on TikTok and, like,
Figure it out.
figure it out and you'll make money on there. And I was like, sweet, no worries. Let's just go with it and see what happens. And then, yeah, I joined TikTok for the first time ever. And I was just like, straight away, I was just like, wow, this is incredible. Like, the videos that I was watching on there, and especially the way that, like, people go out of their way to, like and stuff. Like, I just had someone on TikTok, they just started following me and they've just gone and liked every video
Oh,
I've
so
put
cool.
on. And
Yeah,
I'm just like,
that is rare. It doesn't really happen on Instagram, no.
there's a lot of people genuinely trying to support each other on TikTok to grow
That's
a larger audience. I've
interesting
noticed.
observation. I did not know that.
Like, it's people are more inclined to go out of their way.
Huh. I mean, India doesn't have TikTok, so that's one of the reasons I didn't use the platform. I have an account on it, and now because we are doing this, I'm posting on TikTok, I guess.
Yeah, because I said to you, I was like, why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm even posting to YouTube now, which is like, what? I've had that channel since I don't even remember when. Oh,
Yeah, for me, I really enjoy YouTube as a platform as well. Like, it's like, for me, I love the long form content on YouTube, and especially because me, like, especially if I'm watching stuff alone, it's 4-speed. So for me,
yeah.
like, a 4-hour video is an hour for me.
Yeah, he watches stuff on 4-speed. Can you, like, I can't. I'm sure there are people like who can do that, but I cannot. I'm like, can you please do 1.2? I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, it's been fun. To me, it almost feels like I'm, 15 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever, when it was like, oh my god, we have to post on Instagram, and you have to post on the blog, and you have to post on Twitter and like Facebook, and it's like, oh my god, exciting. And over the years, it just kind of became like a slog where I was like, post on Instagram. And it was exciting when brands wanted to like pay you for it and work. And I was like, yes, let's do it, something creative. So that was exciting. Or when I had a new photography assignment or something. But it was this pressure to post twice a day, post 3 times a week, post like 3 reels a week. And I was just like, oh, I've never done well with people telling me what to do. And now it's just, I think I was telling him earlier, I said, it's like a 9 to 5. How many videos have we recorded? And then post to every platform. And then you have to have the captions on, and I draw the line at checking my captions. So if you see any captions on any of my videos, I have no idea. Yeah, it's been fun.
Well, I kind of missed part of what you were talking about because I just had a flashback of why I missed social media for so long. Because for so long I was so sick that I didn't have the capacity for social media.
Yeah.
That in some ways I was, during that time while I was so sick, I was oblivious to what everyone was experiencing on social media. So that's why for me, like, I can see how much influence I'm going to say it in this way initially, but I'll explain it further, is like the influence social media has on a lot of people. But it's not, I don't mean that social media is having this control over people, because that is a perception a lot of people carry, which is not accurate, because the people being the way they are, like the influencers that I was talking about, they're choosing that actively.
Yeah.
So they can't play victim to that. Which, yeah.
They can do whatever they
I mean,
want.
they can do whatever they want, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going
I know
to
what you mean.
entertain it.
Yeah.
It's like you're whinging about something you've done to yourself, so that's your issue.
Yeah.
Which, even me saying that, it's like, that is just how I choose to experience life.
So my mind wandered a bit, and I'm thinking that, apparently you need 50 followers on TikTok to be able to go live and do like a live video. And I'm thinking, instead of doing like 20 videos in a day, we could just have a live. It'll be so much easier. Maybe please. This is too much. Because for me, I've barely been posting online. And it's been dwindling for a few years now. And I think since I've come to Adelaide, it's like I don't really post much. I did post initially because I was so excited to see all the nature here and all the, the ocean and the trees and stuff. So I posted like a lot of stuff, and I posted quite a few reels about, moving from India to Australia and that kind of stuff. But it's just, yeah, I wasn't really feeling it.
No,
Yeah.
but the fire's been lit now.
Certainly feels like it. I was telling him earlier, I said it feels like, when it had all just started and there was so much excitement about like, oh my God, what are we going to post next? And with you, it's not even like, what are we going to post next? It's like, I'm recording a video, sit next to me. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what happened with this video.
Yeah, because there's no point discussing it. We might as well just discuss it while we're on the video.
Yeah, because it's like when I wanted to post a story on my Instagram saying, with the two of us, that if you guys have any questions, we're more than happy to receive questions because obviously we both love talking. So I wanted to put that out and be like, ask us whatever. So before I did that, I asked him, I said, hey, I'm thinking of doing this video and this is what I'll say. And I said it and he's like, why don't you just record the video and say it on the video?
Which I actually cut her off partway through what she was saying to say that. I was like, save your words, just say it on the video.
Yeah. That was interesting. I don't think I've ever approached content like that before.
Yeah, because for me, like, I refuse to do scripts and all of that stuff. It's like...
Not scripts. It's just... I don't know. For me, it's more like a... like letting you know what I'm doing. Just as a courtesy. Like I'm, informing you. As a form of communication.
Yeah, just post it.
Babaji's like, just post it. Yeah, I call him Babaji quite a bit. Just post it. Oh my God.
Like, that was why I created a lot of the videos. Part of, like, the ripple effect of that was the first one, that it was like I'd just woken up, I was still half asleep, and I'm just like, just make a video about whatever. Like, that was what one video was about.
Yeah,
show people, like, just post whatever.
Yeah, that was the first video of today. And not just that, like, for me, for someone like me, he's very excitedly, he's like, oh my God, you have to, like, listen to this guy. And he put a TikTok on of Gary Vee. And I'm like, dude, we used to kick rocks, like, 20 years ago online. And he's now discovering Gary Vee. And I'm rediscovering Gary Vee because of that. And it's cute. Yeah, it really does, in a way, remind me of old days, but this is different.
And also, like, another thing that I really love from rideshare is, like, I meet people from all over the world, different walks of life, and, I've learned so much about different countries and cultures and foods and that, and, like I was saying before, it's discovering the unknown that is what I really enjoy. Like, there was something you were saying...
You're not going to remember it.
No, I'm not going to remember it, but I remember specific types of comments on YouTube. It was something to do with that.
I'm sure. I have no idea.
But like the people, like Wayne Fiasco, for example, the guy from Perth, who spends a lot of time traveling. I see a lot of people in his comment section saying the same thing, and it's something that I've written myself too for him, that it doesn't really matter what he's posting, it's just he's enjoyable to watch. Like the things, like he really loves doors and architecture and things like that, and he'll go and show that on video and stuff, but also the things that he talks about, the conversations he has with people is what people find is interesting, is that it's all of it, that it doesn't just have to be the one thing. So for me, it's like the people that are going to want to watch this video are going to want to watch this video. Like, let them watch.
Yeah, that's
and
why.
And the people that don't want to don't have to.
But that's similar to the conversation we were having where you showed me this video where this woman was saying that you don't need a niche, you are the niche. And I was like, I've been saying that for 20 years.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, on Instagram you need to like follow a niche, and it's like, oh, yeah, I'm the niche, or like he's the niche, or so it's whatever we do, and it's like there's a lot of, I still feel like, oh my God, what are people going to think? Like there's that sense of like judgment, like what are you doing? What is wrong with you, Nana? But at the same time, it feels...
I don't even consider that.
free. I know you don't, but...
Yeah.
It just
That's
came to me. I was like,
fascinating.
that is something that I,
It's something that I used to experience, but I no longer do. It's yeah.
and I feel that I have had very less of that in life compared to a lot of other people who are crushing themselves
Oh
by
yeah.
thinking about what other people will think or
Yeah.
say. And I felt like I have been the outlier in that regard because I have really never really given a fuck. But I don't think I realized how much I was judging myself. So it's
And
different in that way
going,
now.
I want to actually bring that back to the influencer thing again because for me, that's part of the reason that I don't like those people's content is because for me, I know that's where it heads is where I was. So like the people that are like being everything but their authentic self, like they're just the most fragmented version of themselves that path leads to disharmony, which leads to dis-ease. So for me, that's why I don't even like watching that content because for me, I don't like seeing people heading that path.
Interesting.
I'd rather see people that have at least already hit rock bottom, or someone like you where you didn't need to hit that far at rock bottom. Because like getting to the point of how sick I was from being that way, like I was
Yeah.
always considering everything and everyone else that it was crippling. Which is
Yeah,
why I experienced the experience
I
of being
never got to
almost
that
like a
point.
cripple.
Yeah. I don't know. That's surprising that I never got to that point. I mean, I've always also fought it, so I have paid attention to it, which is why I've had more of it. But yeah, not as much. It's like whatever. I know a lot of people say like you just do what you want anyway. It's nice how you're not bothered by other people's judgment, and I am. Maybe not as much as most people, but I am letting go of that also. Otherwise, I would not be in this video.
Yeah, whereas that's something that I practiced a lot was to when I realized that was one of the things that I needed to shift from throughout the journey of going from dis-ease to then having my health and well-being and maintaining that was one of the things that I realized, one of the lessons that I'd learned was that leads to that. So just remove all of those things that are that within myself.
Yeah. I think that might be a good place to stop it because it's 27 minutes and I don't
Chalo.
want another 1 hour, 1.5 hour long video. Yes. Chalo. Bye.
Bye.